So hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the curve sketching and straight line equations. We should start about a curve. What is a curve? Whenever we sketch a curve, it is basically to represent the relationship between two variables, two identities. So whenever we have to sketch a curve, we need two axes. That is, one is x-axis, the other is y-axis, and that both should be perpendicular to each other. Then we have two variables. The one is independent variables, whose value can be taken arbitrarily, and the one is dependent variable. Dependent variable is the quantity which can be varied with the help of independent variable. So we need two axes. That is, one is x-axis. It is taken as x o x dash, and the one is y-axis. That is y o y dash. It is okay. Now, whenever we have two axes perpendicular to each other, we have four quadrants. Four sections. The one is this, the second one is this, say third one is this, and fourth one is this. These four quadrants have the values of x and y in different terms. Like in first quadrant, the value of x would be positive and y would be positive. This is the first quadrant. The value of x would be positive and y would be positive. In the second quadrant, the value of x would be negative and y would be positive. Here we can see in the table. And in the third quadrant, it is like the value of x is negative and y is also negative. Next one is fourth quadrant. It is here the value of x would be positive and y would be negative. So these are the quadrants. These are the quadrants for sketching a curve. Now moving on to, whenever we sketch a curve, the independent variable should be taken in x-axis, and the dependent variable would be considered on y-axis. It is very simple. So this is what about the curve sketching. We would furtherly check how to sketch a curve with the help of a straight line. Now moving on to the straight line. What is a straight line? Like in the axis, this is x o x dash axis, and this is y o y dash axis. This is the origin point O. This is the origin point O. And if we take a straight line between the x and y, like A and B, this is the straight line, this is the straight line, this is the straight line for whom we are to create a relationship. So we can write these straight line equation, the value of y, the value of this straight line B and C, we can write it as BC can be equals to BD plus DC. BD plus DC. Again, now this BC could be written as, this BD can be written as, we know the formula of tan theta, or here the angle is alpha. So the tan alpha would be BD by AD. So the value of BD would be equals to AD tan alpha. So we can write it as BD as AD tan alpha plus DC. Now AD, because it is a straight line, both are perpendicular, both are parallel to each other. So AD would be equal to OC. So we can write AD as OC and tan alpha plus DC. Now considering the abbreviations, like OC, this is OC equals to x. This is the coordinate of x-axis, small x. We are taking OC as x, tan alpha as m, and DC. This is DC. This is it is equals to C. So, and BC, this is BC would be equals to small y. So the equation y would be equals to mx plus c. This is the equation of straight line. This is the equation for straight line. y equals to mx plus c. This is very important. We have to learn it by heart, and all the questions and all the numericals would be answered in this form only, where y, small y, is the coordinate of y-axis. Is this y-axis? The coordinate of y-axis would be taken as small y, and the small x is coordinate of x-axis. This, and m is taken as the tan alpha, which was the slope of the straight line. So m would be the slope of the straight line, that is tan alpha, and c would be the intercept. Intercept is the point where the y-axis can be intersected. So this is the intercept c. So we can write the straight line equation as y equals to mx plus c. Coming to the questions, how the question comes. Now the question simply comes like find the slope and intercepts of following straight lines. This may be the question. This may be the question. So we have to just find the slope and intercept of the straight lines. Listen very carefully. Whatever question is given, we just have to convert that straight line formula into this straight line formula, that is y equals to mx plus c. This is the equation of straight line. So whatever question is given, we just have to convert those parameters into y equals to mx plus c. Is it okay? So move on to the question. Like the first question is find the slope and intercept of the following straight line. The 3y plus 2x equals to 4. Let us see. Let the question is this. So what I said that whatever the question is, we just have to convert all these straight line questions into the formula y equals to mx plus c. So for this, we just have to take y at the left hand side and rest of the part in the right hand side. Is it okay? So we just have to take y, only y on the left hand side and the rest of the part of the question into the right hand side. So by taking y, so this should be taken in the left hand side. So it is 3y equals to this. This should be converted like this: 2x plus 4. Is it okay? Then we just have to have y here only. So by dividing here, 3 is in multiplication with the y. So we would divide it like this: y equals to minus 2 by 3 x plus 4 by 3. So we can see here in this, like this is seen like y equals to mx plus c here. So minus 2 by 3 can be resembled as m, which is the slope of the straight line, and 4 by 3 is the it resembles like c, which is the intercept of the straight line. So here in the question, the slope of the straight line would be minus 2 by 3, and intercept would be 4 by 3. This is the answer. So it is very easy to get the answer from the question. We just have to take the step for converting the question into y equals to mx plus c, whatever the question would be. So the next question is minus 3x plus root 2y minus root 3 equals to 0. This is the question. Question number 2. What I said earlier, that whatever the question is given, we just have to convert it as y equals to mx plus c. So we are doing like this. We just have to take this on the left hand side, like root 2 y equals to. The rest of the part should be taken to the right hand side. Here it is negative, so it would be 3x plus root 3. So by dividing this for the right hand side, y equals to 3 by root 2 x plus root 3 by 2. This resembles y equals to mx plus c. So here it is m and this is c. So slope would be 3 by root 2 and intercept would be root 3 by 2. This is the answer. So it is very easy to find slope and intercept for the question given of the straight line. Now we would move forward for the curve sketching part. In the curve sketching part, we are given a question. We would be given a question in which there would be a straight line equation. We just have to take few steps. Like if a question is given for drawing a curve of a straight line, we are drawing a straight line by finding slope and intercept. What we have to do is, the question is find the slope and intercept of the straight line given and also draw the straight line. The question is, the straight line, the given straight line was y equals to minus 2x equals to plus 4. Like the question is this. So we just have to convert this formula into the straight line equation. So y equals to 2x plus 4. This would be the straight line equation where this resembles m and this would be the c. So first what we have to do is to take this straight line and take the parameters of x and y. X, I have already told that whenever we take the variables, the independent variable arbitrarily we choose could be taken as x-axis and the dependent variable would be the answer. So we would take minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. So we would take these 5 arbitrarily taken variables. These are the independent variables. And now our straight line equation is y equals to 2x plus 4. So first, by taking x equals to minus 2. By taking x equals to minus 2, what we get? Y equals to 2 into minus 2 plus 4. That is minus 4 plus 4. Y equals to 0. So y equals to 0. So here we get a 0 here. Now when we take x equals to minus 1, what we get? Y equals to 2 into minus 1 plus 4. That is minus 2 plus 4. That is plus 2. So here 2 only. Now when we take x equals to 0, so y equals to 2 into 0 plus 4. That is 0 plus 4, that is y equals to 4. So here we can see that as we are moving forward from minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2, we are getting the dependent variable y as 0, 2, 4. Then it would be given 6 and then 8 as the answer. So for drawing the straight line in a curve or the graph paper, we just have these values of x and y. So we are getting here the value of x as negative, 0 and positive. So we have drawn x as positive, 0 and negative here, but the value of y is only positive. So I am drawing this on the y-axis plus y-axis only and not on the minus y-axis. Like when the value of x equals to minus 2, this is x equals to minus 2, the value of y equals to 0, so it comes here only. It is written as minus 2 comma 0. The first one, I'm taking it as live minus 2 comma 0. As the first one is the coordinate. First one is the coordinate of x-axis and the other one is the coordinate of y-axis. Now, when x equals to minus 1, the value of y equals to 2. So when x equals to 1, y equals to 2. Here would we come, and it is written as x equals to minus 1 comma 2. The first one is the coordinate of x-axis, second one is coordinate of y-axis. Now the value, if the value of x equals to 0, y equals to 4. This is x equals to 0, so y equals to 4. Here it comes, so it is written as 0 comma 4. First one is the coordinate of x-axis, the second one is the coordinate of y-axis. Now when x equals to plus 1, this is plus 1, so y equals to 6. So x equals to 1, So y equals to 6. Here it comes almost like this. And when x equals to plus 2, y equals to 8. X equals to 2, y equals to like here only. It can be written as 1 comma 6. It is 2 comma 8. Like this. So we have drawn the points. We have drawn the points over the graph paper. Now we just have to match these lines, match these points, and we would definitely get the straight line here. So this is the straight line for the equation y equals to y minus 2x plus 4. This is the straight line. That is how we draw the straight line on a graph paper. So in this, now we consider some special facts या फिर special cases of these straight line equation and curve sketching. When the line originates from the origin, then c equals to 0. Like this is, if this is this point, this is the origin point, and if the line originates from the origin from 0, so then c, the intercept would be 0. So when intercept would be 0, y equals to mx plus c. So say c equals to 0, then y equals to mx. This would be the equation for the straight line. Now, when line crossing from x1 and y1, when a line is crossing from x1 and y1, what would be the straight line equation? The straight line equation is would be the y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. We would later see the consequences from the question of this special case. Now, line crossing from x1 y1 and x2 y2. When the line is crossing from x1 y1 and x2 y2, the straight line equation would be y minus y1 equals to small y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. By moving forward to the next special case, the angle between two straight lines. If the first straight line is the equation of first straight line is y equals to m1 x c1, and the equation of the another straight line is y equals to m2 x c2, then the angle between both of the lines would be tan theta equals to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. When two straight lines are having some or the other angle between them. The next case is for two parallel lines. When two straight lines are parallel to each other, then what would happen? The theta would be 0, the tan 0 would be 0. So ultimately m1 comes equals to m2. Means the slope for first straight line would be equal to the slope for second straight line. When the the two lines are parallel to each other. But when two lines are perpendicular to each other, when the angle between them is 90 degree, then tan 90 equals to infinity. By solving the equation of angle, we would get m1 into m2 equals to minus 1. This would be the special case for straight line of equation of straight line. So coming on to the last topic of the lecture, that are questions. As I have already said that whatever may be the question, we just have to convert the straight line equation into y equals to mx plus c. The question may vary from various point of view, but we always have to convert the formula into y equals to mx plus c. Now let us see some other questions. The question is, find the equation of straight line whose slope is 7 by 5 and intercept is minus 2 by 5. This is the question. Very easy question is this. That is, we have slope, that is the value of m, and we have intercept, that is value of c, and we know the equation of straight line. What is the equation of straight line? It is y equals to mx plus c. So we simply have to put the values, that is m equals to 7 by 5 x plus minus 2 by 5. So by solving this, y equals to 7 by 5 x minus 2 by 5. So when we take these common, so we get 5y equals to 7x minus 2. This will be the equation of straight line for this question. It is very easy to solve. Now, moving on to the next question. It is for the special case we have already discussed that write the equation of straight line and also find the slope for a line crossing from 2, 3 and 7, 8. We have already discussed it earlier. In special cases, we have seen when a line is crossing from several points, right? 2, 3, this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So the first one always x1, it is y1, it is x2, it is y2. So the equation of straight line would always be like this. So by putting the values of x1, y1 into the equation, we get y minus y1 is 3 equals to y2 is 8 minus 3 divided by x2 is 7 minus 2 and into x minus x1 is. So we just have to put the values of x1, y1, x2 and y2 onto this equation. Like y minus 3 equals to, this is 5 by 5 x minus 2. So this is y minus 3 equals to x minus 2. So we can also write it as y equals to x minus 2 plus 3 or y equals to x plus 1. So we can see here nothing is there, so 1 would be there. 1 dot x plus 1. This would be the equation of straight line y equals to mx plus c. So here m would be equals to 1 and c would always also be equals to 1. So the slope of this straight line would be 1 and intercept would be 1 and the equation of straight line would be y equals to x plus 1. So that is it for now. Please take good care of yourself. We will see you in the next class. Thank you.